Good Sunday morning to you. I'm doing something very uncomfortable today. And you know what? 2020 is the year of release for me. I've been releasing things I've been holding on to for a long time. Um, the Devo this week has been talking about triggers and trauma, and I was just thinking about all the things that kind of like trigger things in me, and I'm just like, I got to release these things. I got to give it oxygen so they no longer can trigger me. And certain things, I'm just looking back like, why am I feeling like this? And it's just trauma that has the week that I have experienced that triggers these things, right? And so I watched Iyanla last night, and my Saturday thing is to watch her show, and I get so much from it. I get so much from it, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm looking for like a buddy. I want somebody to mirror the things that I do, and I want to see. I want to see, and I want you to see if you experience any growth, any change. Because I'm telling you, the stuff I'm doing, it's really helping me. It's transformation right here. So, nevertheless, I want to share this letter. I'm working on a project, and I wrote this letter, and it's going to be inserted in my project. And this morning, I was strolling through my like, what am I going to say for the phrase of the day? What am I going to say? What am I going to give him this morning? And then I stumbled upon this letter that I wrote to my dad. Never gave him this letter. He doesn't even know about this letter. And here I am reading this letter to the world, right? Why not? It's not a personal thing. It's me uncovering the trauma that I had experienced, and I was holding on to this stuff for a long time, and this is just a release for me. I practiced it earlier. Hopefully I can get through this without yeah. But emotions are fine. It's normal to have emotions. It's normal to have tears of release and joy and just progression, right? So here we are. A letter to dad. I didn't know you, but I hated you. You weren't there. You didn't care. I need your love to know how to love and how to receive love from a man. I hated being alone. I chose man after man, looking for the love I wanted and needed from you. I blame you for so long for not being there. The men that were there weren't always good to my mom. She stayed punch after punch. In my head, I said I would never let anyone do that to me. I found myself in situations similar, if not just like it. Heartbreak after heartbreak. I didn't know how much more I could take. I knew it wasn't love, but it was the closest thing to it that I could get from a man. I was so mad with myself, looking good on the outside while dying in the inside. This went on for years. This went on for years. Man after man, why, man after man, why couldn't I find this love I so desperately needed? All the while, the love, the love was already inside of me. You see, the love never left me. It was always with me. My Heavenly Father never left me, never forsake me. I didn't know this until I had to be alone. I didn't like it, but it was what I needed to find me again. I love you regardless of the past. You did all you could and all you knew at the time, and that was good enough for me. So listen, when I first read it, y'all, oh my goodness, I think because I hadn't looked at it since I wrote it, and when I first read it, it was so many tears. I'm like, I got my tissue around here now because I'm like, I'm just, whew. But I think that the first initial reading of that just was the release that I needed, and you have to and you don't have to do things the way I do it. I just choose to do uncomfortable things because for me that's where growth is. That's where the challenge is. That's where the change is. That's where the transformation is. And I choose to share this because I had been holding on to it. And I see a lot of people going through things, and I know that, it's not just what's going on in that moment. Things have happened in the past that have you the way you are right now, right? I was this hard person, and I always kept my walls up. I always kept my guards up because I didn't want to be hurt. My first experience of hurt from my experience was from my father not being there. So man after man, I'm looking like, yeah, you about to go. You ain't about to stay long because y'all don't, y'all don't do that. And I don't know how to recognize those things. And I thought I needed those from a person when God was always there. He never left me. He never forsake me. And I think sometimes we got to have a relationship. We got to be in a relationship so bad. But sometimes God will put you by yourself in order for you to find yourself. That's my story. God had to place me by myself so I could find myself. Your worth, your purpose is not in a person, place, or thing. It's not. And I wanted to share that with you this morning. Let me get a deep breath and reset. So, oh my goodness. It feels so good to get these things out. It feels so good to give it oxygen. It feels so good to release it. Because when you hold on to that baggage, it turns into bondage, and you carry that in every relationship, and you wonder why nothing works. Nothing will work until you work on you, until you put God first. Stop putting people before God. Stop putting people in places before God. Put him first. He comes first. He is the foundation. Without him as a foundation, it's not stable. It's going to always fall. It's going to always crumble. It's going to always crack. Okay? I'm telling you what I know. Nobody comes before God in my life. Okay? They just don't. I did it that way and it didn't work. So I had to do it a different way. When I'm pouring into people and I'm telling them I want them to get it, and sometimes they're not ready to receive it, and I have no other choice but to respect that. I have no other choice but to respect it. But I'm telling you, look at my life. Listen, re-listen to that letter. Nothing changed until I change. You will keep making the same choices. You will keep choosing the same people, just different names. Just different names. Same person. You got to work on you. You got to work on you for you. Okay? Constantly. I'm still working on me. These are things that are still just so fresh. You know what I mean? I'm releasing it. I'm constantly releasing. And I'm telling you, my God. I feel really good right now because I had this huge cry before I read the letter for the second time. And I'm just releasing it. I don't hold anybody. I don't have any bad, nothing with anybody. I forgive, and I keep moving forward. And I have to do that for me, because nobody know I felt like that. He didn't know I felt like that. Nobody knew I felt like that, but me. Stop holding yourself hostage. Stop it. Write a letter, right? Write a letter. You don't have to give it to the person. You don't have to read it to the person. Write that letter, burn it up, or flush it. You got to give that stuff oxygen in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to keep going forward, in order to stop being stuck and stop bringing people in your life that mean you no good. Okay? It's easy to see because I know I was me. I see me in so many people. And I try to get through them. I try to talk to them. I get so mad with them because they don't listen. Telling you what I know. Happy Sunday. I gotta go. Peace.